What's going on, guys? It's Jimmy here, and welcome to our daily show where we discuss the fourth stimulus check update today, 2021, as well as the next two upcoming packages, the physical infrastructure package, known as the American Jobs Plan, and the next stimulus package, known as the American Families Plan, as well as what is going on in the world today. Several different things to cover, negotiations over the next package, a crazy story, as well as some checks that are going out. In fact, over 2 million checks that are going out right now to put money in your pockets, possibly. So we'll be going over all that here in this video. But first, if you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe down below so you don't miss out on new updates. I will keep you updated on all the fourth stimulus check negotiations, the Social Security raises, Medicare increase, coverage negotiations, as well as all these stimulus checks and stimulus packages that are now becoming available from the third stimulus check package, like mortgage assistance, rental assistance, property tax assistance, utility assistance, state stimulus checks, and county stimulus check and stimulus check programs. We've literally had hundreds of people just over the last 24 hours that have commented down below that they have received thousands of dollars in rent assistance or other type of stimulus programs. So feel free to read down below in the comments. If you got rent assistance or any type of stimulus assistance recently, please comment down below. It'll help our other viewers kind of know what's available out there. And remember, we're one big family here. We're looking out for each other, and we're trying to spread the word about all these different programs to our community of viewers. So don't forget to hit the like button, and let's jump right in. Okay, we've talked a little bit in the last few days about how the U.S. Department of Defense and the Pentagon has confirmed a leaked Navy UFO video is a unidentified flying object, at least in that part of a UFO. But they actually released a official statement on UFOs right now, unidentified flying objects, and they find, well, in not a surprising fashion, that the evidence of these UFOs is not alien technology, but they can't actually rule it out either. This new report from the government concedes that much about the observed phenomenon remains difficult to explain, including their acceleration as well as ability to change the direction and submerge. As you can see here, American intelligence officials have found no evidence that aerial phenomena witnessed by Navy pilots in recent years are alien spacecraft, but they still cannot explain the unusual movements that have mystified scientists and the military. According to senior administration officials briefed on the findings of a highly anticipated government report. The report determines that a vast majority of more than 120 incidences over the past 2 decades did not originate from American military or other advanced U.S. government technology. The determination would appear to eliminate the possibility that Navy pilots who reported seeing unexplained aircraft might have encountered programs that the government meant to keep secret. So the government has basically come out and said they are not other U.S. aircrafts, and they are basically unexplained aerial phenomena. There's also going to be a forthcoming unclassified version of this report expected to be released by Congress by June 25th. We'll present other firm conclusions. A senior officials briefed on the intelligence conceded that the findings meant the government could not definitively rule out theories that the unidentified flying objects observed by military pilot might be alien aircrafts, or basically they don't know. In fact, recent reports have actually said that there are almost daily sightings on the east coast of the United States that are unidentified flying objects, and the government does not know what they are. So let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. This is a story that intrigues a lot of people, not just from our community, but actually nationwide. Let me know your thoughts. What do you think they are? Do you think they're aliens? Do you think they're drones or some weird type of, again, we even seen former President Obama say that there are unexplained aerial phenomenon and they cannot explain what they are. So yeah, let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. Next up, President Biden met with Republican negotiators last night or yesterday, and we got the information last night about the negotiations. And apparently, President Biden has rejected the Republican counteroffers on the infrastructure and what will lead to the next stimulus package. President Biden on Friday rejected the latest Republican offer on infrastructure on a call with Republican negotiator Shelley Moore Capito. According to the White House, though they too agreed to speak again next week. White House Press Secretary Jen Psaki said in a statement that Capito raised Republicans' current offer by $50 billion. And while Biden expressed his gratitude for her effort and goodwill, he, quote, also indicated that the current offer did not meet his objectives to grow the economy, tackle the climate crisis, and create new jobs. Jen Psaki says that Biden has informed the Republican senator that they will engage and in hopes of achieving a more substantial package. Now, what does this mean going forward for the infrastructure package and the next stimulus package, the American Families Plan? Well, my personal thought is right now, I just feel that President Biden is trying to squeeze as much money out of the Republicans' counterproposal as he can. I personally think at this point, and again, this could change in the future. Remember my predictions of if they were going to get a Republican negotiation, if they were going to get a deal with Republicans, kind of probably, it's hard to even remember, but I think I probably started off around 25%, that it was unlikely that the Democrats would get a deal with Republicans. Then it moved up to 50%, maybe by like last week. And now I think it's up to about 75% as these times are changing. And President Biden has come all the way down to $1 trillion from his originally starting point of like $2.3 trillion. So I think that at this point, it's even though they haven't come to a deal yet and the deadline was supposed to be the end of this week, I think they're going to make a deal with the Republicans. Now, I don't think that it has to be done that way, okay? Even though the Senate parliamentarian has now changed her ruling somehow and said that they can only pass one more reconciliation bill this year, which is only for the next 4 months, by the way. The new fiscal year starts on October 1st, and they get a whole new set of reconciliation cards, I should say, for the next fiscal year, which starts October 1st. There's actually 4 different ways, and I had a whole video about 24 hours ago where I went over in details the different ways. Just real quickly, because I don't want to go over that all in detail again. They can fire the Senate parliamentarian. It's actually been done in the past. I think the Republicans even did it, where you fire a Senate parliamentarian because you don't like their ruling or for whatever reason, and you just bring a new one in because they're not actually an elected official. They're just a person that works at the Senate. They can fire the Senate parliamentarian. They can actually go back and amend budgetary reconciliation processes. So they can actually go back and amend the third stimulus check package, which was passed by reconciliation, and amend it to, say, add additional things to it. So say they want to add a fourth stimulus check, or they want to make the third stimulus check go from 1,400 to 2,800, which would mean an additional $1,400 can go out. There's multiple different ways they can do this. They can go back and amend packages. And again, when October 1st comes, which is about 4 months away, they literally get a whole new set of reconciliation packages. So don't fall into the, I don't want to call it fake news about the Senate parliamentarians saying they can only pass one more reconciliation package. But let's just say that there's a lot of creative ways that they can pass many more packages. And that's just for this year, the next 4 months. Remember, the infrastructure package and the next stimulus package could be combined into one large package. But at this point, I personally think they're going to be able to make a deal with Republicans. I think President Biden just wants to squeeze. What's the action for squeezing there? I think he just wants to wring out as much money as he can from the Republicans, and then basically say, okay, I personally think that Biden's gonna be okay with it because he's already come down to $1 trillion, and the Republicans are basically at $1 trillion as well. So I think that they're just going to fine tune some of the fine details in there. One of the areas that they're kind of still negotiating on, if this is even going to come to pass, is any tax raises or, again, creative ways to bring up tax revenue. Now, remember, they don't need to raise taxes to pass either of these next two packages, the stimulus package or the infrastructure package. And remember, they can combine them and vote on as one and pass them through the reconciliation process if they want to, but they don't need to do that. That is an option that's on the table. They also don't need to raise taxes because remember, all the stimulus packages that have been passed in the last year to year and 3 months, no taxes were raised for any of those packages. They're just literally going to go on the national deficit and sit there. So and again, 5 of those were passed from former President Trump. It's always the Republicans that jump on me and say, "But Jimmy, who's going to pay for all this?" And remember, I'm not a Republican. I'm not a Democrat. I just kind of bring you guys the real story. And remember, former President Trump passed 5 stimulus packages, 2 which had checks, 5 in total. You can look that up if you want. And President Biden has now passed 1. President Biden has spent much less than former President Trump, but by the time that Biden's done, that'll probably be a very different story. Again, I just tell you guys the real truth here. I'm not really from either side. I really don't care what side spends more, what side spends less. But I do care for you guys, and I see your guys' comments every day and the need for more stimulus. And we really just had those new reports that come out that really said, yeah, we really need more stimulus. The economy is really not doing bad. We just had the May jobs report come out, and again, it was terrible, just like the April jobs report. And Democrats are literally using this as fuel for their fire for this next stimulus package. Now, remember, the next stimulus package, which is called the American Families Plan, has about 15 different stimulus items that they're currently negotiating on right now. I think that package literally has about a 95% chance that the Democrats are going to pass that through reconciliation one way or another, whether they combine that with the infrastructure package or they go back and amend another bill or they fire the parliamentarian. Like I said, there's multiple different ways that they can pass these different packages through reconciliation, which means they don't need a single Republican vote to pass it, which is exactly what happened with the third stimulus check. And I like to show you guys my articles here so you can see all the talk going on about a fourth stimulus check to be included in this next package. Just yesterday, President Biden leaves the door open to a fourth stimulus check payment, along with White House Press Secretary Jen Psaki. Previously, President Biden said the weak jobs report makes it clear the need for more stimulus. And the White House has said that it's up to Congress if they want to put a fourth stimulus check in there, which is actually really good news because we have so much support from Congress for a fourth stimulus check. We have over half of the Democrats in the Senate that are pushing for not just a fourth stimulus check, but for monthly recurring stimulus checks. And again, this is why I like to show you guys all these different articles so you know this is true with literally multiple different sources. Over half the Democrats alone in the Senate want monthly recurring stimulus checks to be included in this next stimulus package. And that there's over 80 different Democrats in the House of Representatives that want a fourth stimulus check as well, or possibly even a fifth stimulus check. And the U.S. House Ways and Means Committee has sent a letter to President Biden urging him to pass monthly recurring payments that would continue until the pandemic is declared over. We have 2 different bills from the Democrats that have been introduced in the House and the Senate. The bill from the Senate that is co-sponsored by Senator Ed Markey and Elizabeth Warren is for $2,000 monthly stimulus checks that would go until the pandemic is declared over. So could be 6 months, could be a little bit more, could be a little bit less. But this is the bill from the Senate, and this is the bill that both Chuck Schumer, the Senate Majority Leader, and Senator Bernie Sanders have actually signed this letter, and they are in favor of these $2,000 monthly stimulus checks. Now, the bill from the House of Representatives that is led by Democratic Representative Rashida Tlaib and Jayapal. Jayapal is actually the leader of the Democratic Progressive Caucus, which is over or around half of the Democrats in the entire U.S. House of Representatives. It's over 100 different members. And she's the co-sponsor of a bill from the House of Representatives that is for a $2,000 one-time stimulus check, then followed by $1,000 monthly recurring payments that would go until 1 year after the pandemic is declared over. Jayapal is quickly becoming the most powerful Democrat in the House of Representatives, as House Speaker Nancy Pelosi has been kind of taking a step back recently and not introducing any bills, not even really talking about a lot of the different things very much. She does a little bit, but she's actually been very quiet when it's come to a lot of the movement on the infrastructure package and the next stimulus package. And Jayapal's really leading the charge. She, along with her um, group of the Democratic Progressive Caucus, is an 155 Democrats in the House are urging President Biden to also expand Medicare in the next stimulus package, which is the American Families Plan. And over 70% of House Democrats are for this expansion of Medicare, which would include hearing, dental, vision, and hearing aids for no additional cost than your normal monthly Medicare fees, as well as possibly lowering the Medicare age to age 60, possibly age 55, but I think 60 will probably be the negotiation point that will end up sticking. In addition to this, we have a petition from change.org, which has over 2.31 million people from the United States that have signed this petition urging the Congress to pass $2,000 per month stimulus checks. Now, remember, if you think that they will never pass monthly stimulus checks and it's just a pipe dream, well, they're already doing it. The White House and the Democrats have already passed monthly stimulus checks for about 80 million children from the third stimulus check package called the child tax credits. And these $300 monthly stimulus checks will start to parents on July 15th. For children under the age of 6 will receive $300 per month, and children ages 6 through 17 will receive $250 per month. Again, this is already passed for 1 year, 2021, and they're looking to expand this to go till 2025 in this next stimulus package, the American Families Plan. So again, monthly stimulus checks already happening for at least children and the parent who claims them as a dependent. I think it's around 80 million children are going to qualify for this. It's the same qualifications as the third stimulus check. So there is an income threshold. So families that make $500,000 a year are not going to get them. I think it's about 85 to 88% of all children are going to get them based on their parents' income. But those are monthly stimulus checks that are already going to be starting on July 15th. A lot of people don't even know about these checks. And yeah, it's crazy. And that's where we talk about all these different stimulus programs on this channel, because the average everyday American has no idea what's going on in Congress. They have no idea what's going on with the talk of the fourth stimulus check. I'll get people that'll come by and say, the fourth stimulus check will never happen. And I'm thinking, I've been seeing comments like this for a year. I literally used to see every day, a second stimulus check will never happen every day, day. It did take a while for that second stimulus check to happen, but I think that really the delay of the election kind of really delayed that. Nancy Pelosi actually admitted to delaying it because of she didn't want to pass a stimulus check right before the election and have former President Donald Trump get credit for that. And again, I'm not a Democrat or Republican. I'm just telling you the truth. I mean, she admitted it. You can look it up. In fact, we showed the footage back in the day when that happened. But before that, it was kind of the Republicans stalling it out because, well, Republicans are kind of the same age-old thing. They really don't want to spend stimulus. They really don't want to give out stimulus money or free money. They want to be fiscally conservative, but they did end up passing that second stimulus check. And then for months, or not months, but however long it took between the second stimulus check, which was at the end of December, and really President Trump at the time, who was president, wanted that to be increased to $2,000. And well, Republican Mitch McConnell blocked it from the Senate. That would have happened right then and there. But then I had for weeks going on, a third stimulus check will never happen. It's a pipe dream. It'll never happen. And I'm like, okay, here we go again. And guess what? First thing that President Biden did when he got in office, passed the third stimulus check package. Now they're working on two more packages. And of course, I see comments, a fourth stimulus check will never happen. And I'm thinking, you probably said the second stimulus check would happen. You probably said the third stimulus check would happen. And now you're saying the fourth one won't happen. And guess what? If a fourth one happens, we'll be reporting on whatever the Democrats and the Republicans are talking about. So if they're talking about another stimulus check, if they don't pass monthly stimulus checks, let's just say they pass just a fourth stimulus check, just a single stimulus check of say $1,400. Again, if they're talking about another stimulus check or other stimulus programs like this, mortgage assistance, rental assistance, which I literally had some people say. Literally yesterday, I got people saying they got $5,000 to $10,000 in rent assistance. Absolutely amazing. Amazing. We'll be going over that in more episodes on this channel. But man, if you got $10,000 or $5,000 in rent assistance, who cares about a $1,400 stimulus check, right? I mean, unless you got 4 people in your family, then you're getting $5,600. But a lot of these other programs actually pay more money than the stimulus check you might think about. The child tax credits are going to pay $3,000 for children ages 6 through 17 for the total of the year, and $3,600 for children under the age of 6. Again, more than a $1,400 stimulus check. So don't take these other stimulus programs lightly, man. If you qualify for even one of them, some of these, it takes some legwork. You got to look into the mortgages program and do some due diligence and fill out some paperwork, yada, yada, yada. But if it works out for you and you end up getting $5,000 for it, you were like, hey, Jimmy, you were right about that rent assistance program or these other stimulus programs that are coming out in the near future. I'll keep you up to date on all of them. A lot of them you have to apply for. So make sure to subscribe down below. It's completely free to do so. Join our family of subscribers. I'll tell you the truth. I'll show you the articles. I'll let you know when the Republicans aren't negotiating, when the Democrats are saying no to the package. Whatever's going on, I'll let you know, and I'll show you articles directly on the screen so you know that it's real. Yeah, I get people saying, where's your proof of this? I'm like, did you watch the video? Did you even watch the video? No, you didn't watch the video. And it's like, okay, now I understand why you commented on that. But we're running out of time. We didn't even get to the checks that are going out. I'll get to that in the next video. But make sure to subscribe. New videos come out every day at 10 a.m., 3 p.m., and 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can click this video here to watch my newest stimulus check video next. And you can click this video to see how to start your own business selling products on Amazon FBA. I've had dozens of students that have already replaced their 9-to-5 income from selling products on Amazon FBA, and I teach them how to do that. So click on one of those videos next. Thanks, guys, and I'll see you in the next video.